There are lots of options out there. I am not a doctor. I am not a nurse. I'm just a girl on the internet talking into a camera. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Different topic today. We're not talking about resumes and all of that. We're gonna get a little personal today, okay? I don't think I've ever mentioned this in a video before, but your girl has really bad eczema, okay? I developed eczema, what was that, like right after high school? And it was kind of like on my arms, on my neck. Like I used to do the long sleeve white shirts with my shorts because I didn't want it to be showing. It gets bad, but I've kind of gotten that at bay. And what I have now is an issue with chronic hand eczema, which is its own diagnosis, okay? So I'm gonna put some pictures up here so you can get an idea of how awful my hands look at times, right? It makes you very self-conscious. People always want to shake hands. I'm like, oh, you know, fist bump. What was that in ATL, the movie, when Big Boy was like, he did the fist bump and he was like, cleanliness is close to godliness? Yeah, I'm like, don't shake my hand. I've always found handshaking to be disgusting anyway, but that's besides the point. So my hands have been in pretty horrible shape. Sometimes I have to get a steroid shot in my bum to clear it up, and that's also unpleasant. This year I turned 40 back in March, and my eczema was so bad I was like, I've got to get the shot because I can't get in the water with my hands like this. I'm not trying to get some flesh-eating bacteria because it creates open sores. You might be cracked, bleeding, and there's not a lot you can do about it because you use your hands for everything. It's very painful. Even sometimes like typing, holding things would be painful. So again, I'm going to put some pictures up here so you can see what my hands have looked at their worst, or how they have looked at my worst. But I also want to tell you some of the things I've been doing to help, because I do have a dermatologist. I've started back going to, and I have a new prescription now. So what I've been doing is using a new cream. I thought I had the tube here, but it's in my room. I'll just put that up here so you can see. I think it's pronounced Anzupgo. It's a non-steroid cream because I have been using steroid creams off and on for years. I've seen things online about topical steroid withdrawal, and I was like, oh my gosh, is that what I have? But my doctor said no. Typically you'll see that happen towards the face, like when people have to put it more so on their body but not on the hands. But this new cream, it's pretty amazing. I don't know exactly what makes it work since it's not a steroid, but it's working for me. So again, my hands have been looking pretty horrible, but I'm going to show you what they look like right now. Vast improvement, right? So you can see the cracked peeling, like it's been bleeding in there. And no, it's not just regular ash. It's not just dry skin. For people who like to say it's just dry skin, it's not. You'll get pustules on your hand. You'll be bleeding. It is sore from the inside out. Sometimes it swells up. Yes, it is inflammation. What causes it? Don't know. And I am not interested in only eating berries and nuts and grass, okay? That's not the life I'm trying to live. So I'm trying to deal with it how I can deal with it. I've tried a couple creams like in between just to make sure I'm staying hydrated. I found this lovely stuff on Amazon. I'll put a link to this below. This is beef tallow balm. So this particular brand I bought on a whim because I was Googling, you know, ways to help repair the skin barrier and keep myself moisturized, and beef tallow came up. I'd seen, read a little bit about beef tallow, but I was like, it just seems so weird, right? But this stuff, I actually bought the larger size as well. Like it feels good on the body, on my hands. It feels really nice. I also have been using castor oil. You want to make sure you're getting fairly decent grade castor oil. Like don't get the one from the beauty supply on the shelf that the first ingredient is mineral oil. Like that's not castor oil. That's mineral oil with things in it. So I've been mixing in some castor oil with my cream, like at night. I also put a little bit on, like after I put on my medication on my hands, I wait a while and then I'll go back over my hand with cream and castor oil. That has been feeling really good. It softens things up. The steroid creams I have discontinued the use of because they're just not working for me anymore, honestly. Like, I think with steroids, unless you go to like get the shot, and that's maybe once a year if you should require that, and not that might even be too much. But if your things aren't working, it's time to try something different. And the Anzupgo, if that's how it's pronounced, is working awesome for me. So I've been on it for, or been using it for a few weeks now. I go back at like 6 or 8 weeks, which I think is around June 23rd. So I'm hoping that my hands, you know, they may not be completely cleared up, but compared to like what was going on here, some of these photos and what's going on now, I will take this any day, right? You know, it's a lot. There are lots of options out there. I am not a doctor. I am not a nurse. I'm just a girl on the internet talking into a camera, telling you what I've had to do and what I'm doing to deal with my issue. But they have like pills, they have injectables out there. This is the route we're going. Almost skipped something there. My dermatologist actually swabbed me for staph. I was like, excuse me? She was like, yeah, sometimes people can get an infection and then that'll make it worse and it'll just keep showing up in that way. Do not have staph, but I learned something new, that you can get it like in your hands or just like in the body in that way. I don't know what I thought or how I thought staph could or would present itself, but I wouldn't think that. So glad she checked. You know, they did the swab and they had to see if anything grew or anything like that. I was like, this is disgusting. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you all. I don't know if any of you suffer from eczema. I mean, I've had on the top of my toes. I get it on, or I used to get it on my arms, up here. I've never gotten it on my face, thank goodness. It has come like on the side, but I've never gotten it actually like on my face. I've gotten it in my crevasse, otherwise known as your butt crack. That sucks. Like the top of it, that is awful, okay? Behind my knees, on my shins was probably one of the worst places it has ever been. I still have the bruising from that on my shins. But yeah, the hands suck. They really do, because you use your hands for everything. So yeah, hopefully this helps someone out there if you are curious about alternatives to steroid creams. Now, I will tell you, a lot of people's insurance are not covering it. That's what they told me. I don't even think mine covered it, but they had a, what was it? It was like a discount coupon code thing where basically I got it for free. I was like, praise the Lord. So if you have chronic hand eczema or hand eczema, ask your physician about this, or whoever it is that you see, because they're not like pushing it. Like, you have to ask about it, like, and say that your steroid is not working if it's not working, and then they'll bring it up. But it has been working great for me. So hopefully this will help someone out there who's suffering with the same issue. Okay, so if you have experience with this, or you want to tell me how your experience was with Anzupgo, leave me a comment below, because we are just here trying to all make it. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.